Welcome to mini tutorial video number 2 for my applique series. This one is going to be about turning strips into stems for an applique project. You need to either use bias cut strips if you want your stems, or if your project has stems that curve, because those are easier to curve, or if your project has stems just for that go straight, then all you need to do is cut straight strips. So your pattern will usually tell you whether you need a straight strip or a bias strip. So the first tool that we need is a bias strip maker, and you can find these tools at fabric stores and places like Joann Fabrics. Your strip is usually going to be cut a 1/2 inch larger than the size of the stem, the width of the stem. So I want 1/4 inch stems for this project I'm working on. So the width of my strip is 3/4 of an inch. So if you wanted 1/2 inch stems, then your width of your strip would be 1 inch. So this is called a 1/4 inch bias tool, because out this end, this is a 1/4 inch, and that's what the size of my strip will be. And what this tool does, it helps you fold over your ends so that you can iron them closed to make your stem. And you can make stems without a tool, but then you would have to physically keep bending over the sides as you ironed. And it's a little bit more difficult to do that than if you have the tool. So here you go. I'm going to feed the strip into the tool until you see it come out the other end, and you can already tell it's folded over if you look closely. So then what I do is I put my fingers here to flatten it out, and I take my iron and I press. And you don't want to move back and forth, because you'll end up stretching the strip, especially if it's a bias strip that can be stretched or kind of distorted more. So I'm going to keep going, and I just gently move my iron. I'm not moving it back and forth. I'm just gently moving my iron along as I am pulling the tool towards the end of the strip. And there you go. You have a 1/4 inch stem. Now, if you're making a lot of these and you're making a whole bunch of stems at once, if you don't want your ends to open up while you are working on one stem or other stems, and it makes it easier for it to lay flat on your project, I take my Roxanne's glue basted again, wonderful glue that I always have handy, and I will put a few little drops of glue inside the stem, and then you just kind of put it there and you press down. And then you don't have to put it all along, you just put it in a few places, and then that will keep your stem closed, and you could do it on both sides. And then that way, as you're stacking up your stems, they're not going to unfold from being ironed. So that is how you make a stem from a strip of fabric. Thank you, and join me again next time.